Hello, everybody. My name is Puppeteen from Comic Book Puppets, here today for Classic Puppet Theater. Yes, it's once again time for that beloved show that we do. And before we get into this next issue of Spider-Man, we're going to go ahead and introduce our cast. So, and we'll click here. Watch. Have you ever seen a puppet click a laptop before? It's like this. And at my side, you can see that leading lady, the narrator herself, Maranya.
Good evening, everyone.
And below, you can see, though you can't see his name tag right down there. Where'd it go?
I don't know. None of us have name tags on my screen.
Well,
There they are.
Amazing, Zach. How are you today?
I'm amazing. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I don't think amazing's a little. Are you trying to blow yourself up a little bit? You calm down there. You're okay. That's a little mean. I'm sorry. You are amazing, Zach. And in the darkness, the frog that agrees with my previous statement that I just retracted, Froggy!
My soon-to-be killer.
For the upteenth time, Froggy.
Hello, Froggy.
Froggy!
Hi!
Hi. How are you?
I'm gonna get you, Zach!
A land frog?
No. Not a land frog.
That's what I'm gonna see right before I die. When I wake up in my bed, like right before I die, that's what I'm gonna see.
Anyway.
But it won't be when you're looking down, though, because I'm not that kind of frog.
Let's go ahead and get to this book.
Anyway, please.
Yeah, let's hop right to it, and let's just skip that part about the frog on human thing. That just sounds weird.
Well, there's already been a frog on a pig. It can't get much worse.
You know what?
Getting this up.
He's got a point.
That guy is canceled. I don't know why he's famous, but I know he likes pork, but the rest of us, we're more like eating popcorn. We're weird. He's just weird.
Uh-huh. Well,
we asked where's the beef, and he actually went and looked for it.
Of course, because I am running the book, I should go ahead and turn off my camera. That way, there's no issues.
If only you could do that in the beginning.
Well, you know what, Froggy? Shut up. Getting on, we can see here, the Vulture has returned.
Caw-caw.
This is the first returning villain, I believe, thus far.
Yes.
So, let's go ahead. The Amazing Spider-Man, the Vultures return. Take us away, Zach, with that first line.
The Vulture looks too sure of himself. He must have a foolproof plan to defeat me, but what could it be?
I have a gun.
Here is Spider-Man as you like him. Fighting, joking, daring, challenging the most dangerous foe of all in the Marvel Age of Comics.
The Return of the Vulture.
Never let it be said that the Marvel Comics group doesn't respond to the wishes of its readers. Like today.
Oh!
That was cold.
Called out.
Hey, it's true though. Ever since the first appearance of the Vulture in Spider-Man #2, we've been swamped with requests for more of the same. Well, we can take a hint. And so, we now present the Vulture as you demanded him, in a book-length battle with the one, the only, the amazing Spider-Man. Written by Stan Lee, illustrated by Steve Ditko, and lettered by Art Simic. I think it's kind of a trend with these books. A tale destined to rank among the very greatest in the Marvel Age of Comics. Okay. For those of you who missed Spider-Man #2, it concerned his spectacular battle with one of the most dangerous villains of all time, the awesome Flying Vulture. No man knew the secret behind the Vulture's ability to fly until Spider-Man deduced that his wings were operated by a unique form of magnetic power. And so, Spider-Man created a powerful anti-magnetic inverter, which he used against the Vulture in their final battle. Zit, zit, zit.
So now you don't have to go read that story. You can just skip to now.
With his
You'll go watch that video.
Yeah, watch the video. Give us the views. With his magnetic power nullified due to Spider-Man's inverter, the Vulture was forced to spiral to the ground into the waiting arms of the police, and so ended that epic battle.
The Vulture will never threaten anyone again. Huzzah!
For months, it seems that Spider-Man's prediction is correct, as the imprisoned Vulture becomes a model inmate of state prison.
The Vulture is the best behaved prisoner in the place.
That's why the warden made him a trustee and lets him use the machine shop.
Those gullible fools. They don't suspect that I'm plotting another flying device together for myself right under their noses. I've taken all the parts I need. Tonight I'll make my final test in my cell.
And after bed check,
It works. Not as part of my original flying device, but good enough to get me off the wall of freedom.
the next day, during exercise period in the prison courtyard,
Farewell, losers. It's time for me to fly this coop.
Hey, look! He made himself a new flying gizmo. He's gliding over the wall.
How easy it was. By the time the guards organize a search party, they'll be safely hidden miles away. And when I next appear, I'll have a new set of wings far more powerful than before.
meanwhile, in the schoolyard at Midtown High, some volleyball practice is in progress.
Here, Butterfingers, think you can toss that big bad heavy ball all the way back to me?
If I used my Spider-Man strength, it would go clean through you, loudmouth.
We interrupt our program to bring you a special bulletin. The Vulture has escaped from state prison. All citizens are urged to lock their doors and report any suspicious...
The Vulture escaped? Spider-Man is the one best suited to catch him. I've got to get out of here. Fast. I don't feel very well. I'll ask Coach Smith if I may be excused.
We might have known a fast game of volleyball is too much for poor puny Parker.
Just my crummy luck. Every time I have to take off to change to Spider-Man, everyone thinks I'm chickening out because of weakness. It's not too much for me, Flash. I just have a headache. That's all.
Strange how you always get those headaches whenever something exciting is going on. But Liz has the same problem.
Oh! Later at home,
This double identity jazz is for the birds. I can't take much more ribbing as Peter Parker. Sooner or later, someone's gonna lose a mouthful of teeth, and it ain't gonna be me.
I'm glad my mouth isn't open.
Let's see.
I'm glad I don't have teeth.
I better check all my equipment. I've got my anti-magnetic inverter with me, and my web shooter is positioned and ready for action, and my camera is in its case loaded with fresh film. And I refilled my web fluid capsule, and all devices check out okay.
I love that they show the contraptions and everything in here because most people don't realize how awesome he is.
oh yeah, to be able to make that.
This web shooter is the coolest thing I ever dreamed up. I can do almost anything with it. The Vulture won't have a chance. I had to wait almost 20 minutes, but now, according to my spider sense, the street is empty. I can't ever take the chance of somebody seeing me leave the house in daylight.
Unless you're MJ.
A few minutes later,
Mommy, Daddy, I just saw Spider-Man swinging across the rooftops.
You're just imagining things again, Bobby. How many times do I have to hit you?
What would Spider-Man be doing here in a quiet residential neighborhood in Forest Hills? But Spider-Man doesn't remain in any one neighborhood for long. With dazzling speed, he heads for the heart of the city.
The Vulture's a fool. I've beat him before with my anti-magnetic inverter. Doesn't he realize I could do it again? Silly bird.
Yeah. While hours later, in another part of the sprawling metropolis...
Now to try my new modified wings. I've been sighted by a police copter.
We're in luck. There's the Vulture.
Good, this'll give me a chance to test out my greater than ever flying power under actual combat conditions.
Calling headquarters, we have located the Vulture. He looks like he's talking to himself.
I can maneuver perfectly compared to my wings. That really pretty slow, cumbersome, clumsy old tub.
That character can turn on a dime.
And on a person in a second. No aircraft can catch me. There isn't a ship built that can duplicate feats like this. A jewelry showroom. I might as well put the visit to some good use.
The Vulture? How did you get in here?
I flew in with the door, you dumbass. The same way I'll leave with your most valuable gems. Just watch me. And guess what? You try anything funny, I'll shoot you.
Help! I've been robbed! Help!
How easy was that? Was nothing can stop a flying man. I'll go anywhere and do anything, and all space is my script route. And I can't read. If I can fly low enough, I cannot be tracked by radar. The police will never know where I strike next.
Hey, look, it's the Vulture.
Somebody do something!
Like what?
Learn to fly!
We can't risk shooting at him. He's clever enough to fly over the crowd. If a bullet should miss him, it might ricochet and hit an innocent bystander.
That's what he's counting on, Evil. We know they won't fire as long as he reigns in the heart of the city.
Who the hell hired this Rusty?
But in all of New York, there is one person who is capable of meeting the Vulture on his own terms, and that person finally finds his prey.
At last! My spider sense led me to the Vulture.
That's not the Vulture. That's a green person.
I've got to get closer. My anti-magnetic inverter only works at short range.
So we meet again, Spider-Man. Spider-Man doesn't expect that an anti-magnetic device which to feed me for will not work this time. Therefore, he'll allow me to get close to him, which is what I want to do.
Ooh. He's flying straight towards me. This is perfect.
This will be our final encounter, you young fool.
I'm glad I brought my camera, too.
Can you bring your life insurance?
What a picture this will make. Jameson ought to pay me a fortune. I'll snap him just as my inverter makes him spiral to the ground. Now! Click. It worked! I'm almost disappointed. It was too easy. Where have I said something like this before I've been humbled?
I'll pretend to be falling for sure. He's sure to follow me down. He's descending totally unprepared for my next move. Oh, what a beautiful revenge this will be for the Vulture.
Did I just see him smile as he started to fall? Must be my imagination.
It was just your imagination. Falling away with you.
Perfect. He can't travel as quickly as I. He has to ascend ledge by ledge. And now when he's on that ledge above, he can't see me. He doesn't realize I'm swooping up to him again.
spooning up to me? What? Oh.
Later on, little boy.
Oh no.
Oh no. My spider sense is starting to tingle, but why? The vulture must be a prisoner on the ground by now. There can't be any danger up here.
There is no spoon. If I timed it right, he should be just reaching the edge of the parapet. Pet.
Whack.
Oh!
Surprise, Spider-Man! Even you cannot ward off a double uppercut while you're completely off balance.
Momentarily stunned by the force and total unexpectedness of the Vulture's attack, Spider-Man is helpless before his powerful foes' continued onslaught.
This time, victory is mine!
Look up there above the rooftops! It's the Vulture battling with Spider-Man!
Thank heaven Spider-Man found him. He's the only one who can defeat the Vulture single-handed.
Guess again, lady. The vulture is clobbering him.
It's clobbering time!
Wrong book.
You never suspected I improved my wings so they could fly. Change magnetic poles instantly. Now find your useless inverter.
So that's why. Oh, my jaw.
Happy landing, Spider-Man!
Got to shoot my web fast. Catch onto a building. Break my fall.
While this is going on, the vulture takes a smoke break.
Eat at yours.
Ah, I missed. I have to try again. Falling too fast. Too far. I can't do it. I fell short. No time for another try.
No
Can't do
time for you.
Gotta spin around in the air to slow my rate of descent. Must break fall. It'll take all my spider strength. Spin. Keep spinning. Keep. Oof. And his shoulders dislocated.
Just keep spinning. Keep spinning. Spider-Man is finished. My revenge is complete. Now the Vulture is supreme. Looking at the shock crowds below, they saw what happened. No man will ever dare defy me now.
The Vulture defeated Spider-Man!
Look, he's flying off now, like a concrete hero.
Poor Spider-Man, despite what Jameson editorial said about him, we cops always felt he was on our side. He'll be sure missed, whoever he was. The poor bloke.
Who's hired the Rusky?
Who's hiring these communists?
But, although badly shaken up, the costumed teenager is still alive, saved by his amazing spider strength.
And this communist will survive.
Got to get up. Can't stay here. Can't let anyone discover me. Lucky to be alive. Didn't think I'd make it. Oh, my arm! Just his arm? Must have landed on it. Feels like it's broken. I guess I can't complain. It probably saved my life. If I hadn't been able to spin around, if I'd landed on my head instead. Oh, zowie.
He almost dies, Zowie.
Yeah. Only Zowie. Okay, that's...
Amazing Zowie Zach.
Yes.
Oh, that's next time.
Wearily, cautiously, Spider-Man reaches his home and then quietly enters through a rear window.
Shockingly, I don't think I broke any bones. The arm is probably just sprained. But boy, does it ever hurt. I won't be able to use it for days. Well, better change back to Peter Parker now while I still can.
But just then, Peter, is that you? I thought I heard someone in there.
Aunt May, I can't let her find me here like this.
Uh-oh, this is homecoming.
Oh no, she's opening the door! Or it's that scene from Spider-Man when he's first trying the webs.
Peter, dear. Oh, for goodness sakes, I must have been hearing things. Although it's strange that he's not here yet. He knows how I worry when he comes home late. He's such a fragile boy. Not a roughneck like that Flash Thompson.
The drop of blood falls from the ceiling.
my.
That was a close one. If Aunt May ever suspected the truth about fragile me, wow.
Imagine he farted right there.
Crap. Boy, it took almost a half hour to change duds. I'm sure not going to break any speed records with this arm of mine.
I'll be switching arms tonight.
And now to slip out and come in the front door is Peter Parker. Hopefully Aunt May won't make a federal case out of my sprained arm. I've just got to think of a good excuse for it.
Flash Thompson beat the crap out of me.
Yes. That night,
Please stop worrying, Mrs. Parker. I assure you it's only a sprain. Although it is a painful one, your nephew's arm will be fine in a few weeks.
As he slaps it.
Slap.
A few weeks. The Vulture won't wait that long.
Tommy has to.
Oh, well, I'll worry about the Vulture when the time comes. Right now, my biggest problem is Aunt May.
you're sure he shouldn't go to the hospital, Doctor?
We are
Pause.
hospital.
I'm positive, Mrs. Parker.
Now, promise you won't play those dangerous volleyball games in the schoolyard anymore, dear.
She's the reason they canceled them. Not for the next week, Aunt May.
Next day,
I hated to lie to Aunt May, but I couldn't very well say I hurt my arm when I fell on a rooftop fighting the Vulture. Uh-oh. Look who's coming.
Well, where's your Purple Heart medal, Petey boy?
Up here.
How'd big, brave Peter hurt his poor little army? Did you try to turn too many heavy pages at one time, Bookworm? Or did you drop a nasty little test tube on it in the lab?
look at Peter blush. Oh, Flash, honey, you're a scream.
Blush? They don't recognize I'm livid with anger. If I ever let go, I'll splatter that clown all over the landscape. Wonder if
Did
it's
you
got
hear-
moments-
You almost let him get killed by Dr. Doom.
So basically, if that was Doc Ock as the Spirit Spider-Man, Flash would be dead.
Yeah.
It's like Norman Bates' origin story.
Yes, mother. Rocking chair.
Yes.
Get me.
Yes, okay.
Ned right there, please.
Meantime, the Vulture, basking in his triumph, relaxes at his old hideout, an innocent-looking abandoned farm silo on Staten Island, not far from the heart of Manhattan.
Very innocent looking.
Oh yeah, right. There's a farmhouse right by Manhattan.
Wait, did you say Barry? Innocent?
Barry Allen?
Very, very. Go, Froggy. Come on.
No one ever think to look for me in here. This is life. No Spider-Man to worry about. Nothing to do but play my next song. And I think I know where it's going to be. One of the biggest panels in New York is at the jobs of J. Jonas Jason. He publishes those Daily Beagle. And now, magazine. He must employ hundreds of workers who all have COVID. And that means hundreds of nice, fat, juicy pay envelopes. Just waiting for the Vulture to fly in and grab them. It's the end of the week now, so all adults must be interested. Ready for payday.
Has he been drinking?
Only it's gonna be my payday this time. And I'm drunk with envy.
Don't fly and drink. Drink and fly.
Don't drink and fly. Leave your wings at home, kids.
Yes. And at the offices of the Daily Bugle, we find young Peter Parker talking to J. Jonah Jameson's secretary. Oh, Peter, nobody could sprain his arm playing volleyball. What really happened?
Masturbation.
No!
Whoa! We're all thinking it.
No, we weren't.
Oh, good. Now you are.
Oh, no.
Now Betty will never go out with me. Okay, Toots, I'll tell you the truth. It happened in the air, while I was fighting the Vulture for dear life.
Oh, well, ask a silly question.
So, let's just stick to the volleyball story, okay?
Miss Brant, send Parker in here now. I'll admit, that's a fine picture of the Vulture, Parker. But I can't pay more than $10 for it. After all, he's been seen all over town. Lots of people have snapped him. I want something different, like Spider-Man!
Ah, come on, Mr. Jameson. Nobody's taken a close-up like this before.
Oh, all right, I'll pay $25. $12.50.
You cheapskate. Better
And
save your
he
dough.
thinks that he's going to get a lot of money stealing from this guy.
Better save your dough, sucker. You're gonna need it. Greetings, Jameson. If you'll pay me more for your photo from me, will you give me for the fresh Vulture in the flesh? Blah, blah. We can't read. Well, I'm gone here.
The Vulture?
Holy cow. It's him.
I'll tell you what. I'll settle the price myself. So open your safe and empty it out for me.
No, you can't run my payroll. You mustn't. It's all I've got. It would put me out of business.
Shut up. I'm not interested in your troubles. Now do as I say or else. And stop blooming like a coward, you wimp.
Have you no conscience? No feelings? You're as bad as Spider-Man!
Oh, bite your tongue, JJ.
I've spent years building up this business. It means everything to me. You can't.
You can't. I can't have Vulture do anything as you're about to learn.
Jameson is such a skinflint, he'd probably rather get shot than part with his dough. I'll have to slip out now and try to save him, whether he likes it or not.
Look, maybe we can make a deal. I can give you publicity.
All I want is money, mister. Your money.
Where greenbacks are concerned, Jameson can outtalk anybody. Ow! It's some job putting my costume on with this blamed arm of mine.
So get rid of it.
I'll try to alter my webbing slightly so it'll act like a sling. With any luck, nobody will notice. I ought to have my head examined for tackling the Vulture with a bad arm, but this'll sure make me seem heroic when they write my obituary.
Dark.
Eesh. Did Frank Miller write that? All right, Vulture. Playtime is over. Here's where we separate the men from the boys.
Spider-Man!
You're still alive? Well, you won't stay that way for long. Even you might be stopped by a bullet.
Maybe so, but first you've got to be able to fire that bullet.
Bah! Guns are my style anyway. What does the mighty Vulture need a weapon for? I've got my wings.
And you'll have a harp, too, by the time I get through with you. Although, harps are usually with the upper place. You
Ow!
place. He's using Jameson as a shield. I can't let go with a good punch. Oof!
Spider-Man! Look out, you fool! I'll be hurt! Let me go!
That stopped too long enough for me to break out of there. I can't fight as well at close quarters. I need real space to use my wings to their best advantage.
What?
Oh, look.
What's going on?
You stay here, Jameson. From now on, it's a private battle between the Vulture and me. Oh,
That pose.
I don't like it either. I'm
Is
not
there-
No!
Hey.
No! You two will wreck the place! Let him go! Leave him to the police!
Leapfrog.
There isn't time. If he gets a chance to fly off, we may never trap him again. Oh, get to the side of the road, gal.
This must all be a bad dream.
Police! Someone call the police! Those two maniacs must be stopped! Miss Brant, where in the blazes are you?
Here, Mr. Jameson, where it's safe.
He's trying to find a window. He's trying to find a window he can fly through. I've got to stop him.
I warn you, Spider-Man. Stay on my way while you still can.
Mister, I thrive on warnings. In fact, someday I'm going to write an article for the Reader's Digest titled The Most Unforgettable Warning I've Ever Known.
Very funny.
Get down from there, Spider-Man!
Ha! You missed by a mile, you senile old coot.
My ledgers, my files, look what you're doing!
Ah, go slide down a barbed wire fence.
Ow!
Can't make it to the window up there. I'll try on the lower floor. Spider-Man can never defeat me.
If I ever
catch that masked menace, I'll silver all he's worth. I'll put him in jail for life. I'll make Spider-Man pay for this.
He's got no pockets. He's got no money.
That's true. This isn't exactly flying, but it'll serve my purpose.
Who's crashing who?
This place is haunted.
This is more like it's. I'm in the press room. Hey, without Farouk's flying space again. I'll even destroy Spider-Man forever now if he's fool enough to follow me here.
I had a hunch the Vulture would land down here. The odds are in his favor now. But that never stopped me before. Yet he doesn't see me yet, so here goes nothing.
Hey, what? It's you again.
Well, it sure isn't the Lone Ranger. Haha, didn't expect me so soon, did ya?
No, we had it scheduled for another late time.
Hi-ho, Silver.
Yeah.
You just made your last fatal mistake, Spider-Man. I'll shake you off like a dog shakes off a flea.
You know, I think your modesty is perhaps what I like best about you.
Let's see you wisecrack will help you once you're falling into those big press rollers.
I've got to keep ribbing him. My only chance is to make him so angry he won't notice my injured arm.
Suddenly, the agile Vulture changes direction and zooms up to the ceiling with telling effect.
Oh, my arm! Pain is too great. Can't hold on.
Ha! I caught you off guard.
If I hit those giant rollers, I'm done for. My web has to save me. Now, this time, or there won't be a second chance. Whew. Made it. Now to descend slowly and... Oh no! The Vulture is cutting my life-saving strand!
I had a hunch you'd try that, Spider-Man.
But while dangling above, the colorful teenager has time enough to estimate the distance, and with one mighty leap...
Whew. That was a close one. Got to reach the Vulture before he flies out of range, but how? Uh-oh. My spider sense warns me that he's waiting above. It's a trap! But I'll let him spring it.
Ha! You blundered right into my trap, as I knew you would.
Well, mercy me.
I'll take you up so high that you can completely help us, even for a spider, this palace in the sky.
Are you sure you were never vaccinated with a phonograph needle?
Now I got my COVID shots.
I was waiting for that.
Your flippancy is wasted on me, Spider-Man. You're just whistling in the dark. Like a rainbow in the dark. I know an icy fear must be gripping you in the heart right now.
Are you Russian now, too?
I'm Scottish and Russian, and well, they're the only one to be.
You friends with the chameleon? Well, I do admit, I have had happier moments.
That's a small boat down there. Before I drop you, Spider-Man, I want to say I admire your courage. Anyone else would be begging for mercy right now. I'm all sorry I had to do this.
Yeah, sure. I can see you're all broken up. Well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. This little party isn't over yet. Watch!
You pin my webs with your web. You fool, I cannot fly. We both will perish.
That's what you said last time.
Well, who wants to live forever, huh?
Queen?
Oh,
I don't want to die. Save me. Do something, please. Please, save me.
I can't. I'm too busy admiring your tight-lipped courage. Well, anything to stop your moaning, I suppose. Suppose I spin a little web while we fall.
At a time like this?
It's a web parachute. Yeah, it is. Sure, it might be fun, especially if I make it with my new semi-solid fluid, which enables it to act like a parachute.
Look! In the sky, a giant parachute! And there's two figures dangling from it!
Who are they? Can't tell. Too high up. Wait, they're getting closer. I can make out a costume.
It's Spider-Man in the Vulture! Spider-Man's beaten him! By some miracle, Spider-Man won!
Because he's a nitwit and somehow won. You had this plan in mind all the time.
Darn right I did, Curly. I don't depend on my wings to do my thinking for me, like some guys I could mention.
Rude.
Well, Playmate, this is where I get off. I'll let you solo the rest of the way down. If you enjoy it, it could make a great hobby.
You haven't heard the last of me, Spider-Man.
You mean you're going to flap your lips to the bitter end?
Spider-Man! Wait!
Ah, boy, if it isn't Laughing Boy Jameson. Oh, maybe he wants to apologize and offer me a big reward. And who would I be to refuse? Yes, Mr. Jameson?
I want you to know that I hold you responsible for all the damage done in my building. It's all your fault for butting in.
Say what? Are you? A professional nut?
I'll show you who's a nut. Sooner or later, I'll learn who you really are, Spider-Man. And when I do,
Yeah. Then what?
I'll get what's coming to me in spades.
Mister, I'm about to give you something right now that's been coming to you for months.
No, you wouldn't dare. Don't.
What?
Why not? What have I got to lose? You couldn't possibly hate me any more than you do right now. But anyhow, I won't have to listen to you for a while. That won't wear off for at least an hour.
Minutes later, a silent figure noisily enters the building in his own inimitable manner.
So far, so good. The coast is clear.
I see you.
Oh no! Hope nobody found my civvy clothes. Nope, they're just where I hid them.
And within seconds, the amazing Spider-Man vanishes to be replaced by a sling-wearing, innocent-looking Peter Parker.
The worst thing about being Spider-Man is changing clothes a zillion times a day. Oh well, keeps me out of the pool room. Hey, Betty, what are you doing behind that desk?
It's the only safe place, Peter. This office was a madhouse a few minutes ago.
Oh, you don't say. Mind if I join you?
Be my guest. By the way, where were you while Spider-Man was battling the Vulture?
Me? Oh. I was hiding in a closet. Not that kind of closet. I'm afraid I'm not just the heroic type.
Neither am I. Maybe that's why I like you so much, Peter. At least you don't pretend to be what you're not.
Oh boy, if she only knew.
I'm available to be a coward anytime.
Look, Mr. Jameson can't talk. I wonder what's wrong with him.
Wrong? Shoot, I'd say it's an improvement.
Peter, sometimes I get the feeling that you're laughing at a secret little joke that's all your own.
Well, if you keep using that cool perfume, Betty, I may break down and tell you about it someday.
Peter Parker, that's the closest thing to a romantic remark I've ever heard you say.
Gosh, I can be more romantic than that. Here, rest your head on my shoulder, Blue Eyes, and let's enjoy the silence.
But what will Mr. Jameson say?
Nothing, baby. For at least an hour, anyway.
We admit it, this isn't a typical ending for a typical superhero tale, but we've never claimed that Spider-Man was a typical superhero. In fact, next issue, he does some very untypical things, but see for yourself when we meet again. The end.
The end. Yes, wasn't that good?
That was really good.
Quite
Yep.
good. Quite.
That was good, baby.
Oh,
Parker there is laying in the moves.
He's a smooth customer.
But that does it for us right now. Froggy is reminding me with his telepathy to go ahead and pull up this right down here. That's why eat at Joe's. Take their bows. Go ahead, a little bow. The audience loves you. If I had a little clap thing, I would put it on, but I can just do this. Yes. But thank you all so much for watching. If you like the content on here, go ahead and let us know down in the comments below. Did you like the story? Did you like the performance? Go ahead, tell us anything. How's your day? Even that. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to build a base here. We need your help with that. So go ahead and do that. And also, just the last mention, check out the Ko-Fi. We like to read comic books, and those cost money. So anything helps. So if you got $1, go ahead and drop it in the till. If you don't, still stick around on Comic Book Puppets for more. And we will see you next time. So speaking for Maranya, Froggy, the amazing Zach, and myself, thank you. Before we say bye!